to this open creative writing video course brought to you by me and by the Bluebell Arts Project. My name is Abby Oliveira and I'm a writer and performer, and I have nearly 15 years experience of delivering workshops on writing and performance in various guises, including to all ages, all skill sets and all levels of experience. So you're all very welcome to join us for this short video course. The Open Creative Writing course is, or was, before COVID came in like a wrecking ball to all of our lives, the Open Creative Writing course was a weekly creative writing class held in the gas yard that was laid back and great crack and welcoming and open to all levels of skill, from beginners to those who are maybe a wee bit more experienced, even if it's just in writing poetry to hide in your mattress, because I know there's loads of yous out there. I'm watching. And in the absence of being able to physically meet for the next while, we present to you this very short video course. Each week I will be presenting you with a prompt and a task, and the idea being is that you spend the week afterwards working on those things, and hopefully they might keep your mind occupied when you find the isolation is getting to you a little bit, because I know how that feels. So, pens and paper at the ready, folks. Let's go. If you've attended any of my writing classes before, you will know how much love I have for the journal. How much love all writers have for the journal, because indeed all writers should be keeping themselves a writer's journal. All is. So get yourselves one, okay? Usually I start off such courses not with pens and paper, but with scissors and glue and old magazines, and I have the participants sit around and cut out any images or words or colours, anything like that in those magazines that they're drawn to, and what we do is we collage the cover of our notebooks. Not only is it great to see people stick themselves to the desk, this also helps us to create a visual representation of what's important to us in life. Those things that we are drawn to, our likes, our hopes, our dreams, our ambitions, those things that move us basically. The images and words used in this collage can then be used as writing prompts on days when you're feeling a wee bit stuck for ideas or feel the need to recenter the important stuff in life, as we all do from time to time. So in saying that, task 1. For your first task, I would like you to get a journal if you can. A cheap one that you don't mind getting glue all over. I want you to get some old magazines and some scissors, and I want you to go through and cut out words, images, colours, phrases, anything like that that you find yourself drawn to. And then I want you to collage the cover of your notebooks. Now, if things are going to plan, what you should be able to see on the screen in front of you right now is some examples of collages. There's maybe even a couple in there that are examples from past participants in my classes and how they've done their notebooks. So you don't have to overthink this. Just get on with it, cut out whatever you like, and have a great time putting them together artistically, and try to cover up every blank space on your notebook cover. Good luck. Go. And when your notebook's ready to go, I want you to add something to it every single day. Now, that could be a bit of writing. It could be an image you see when you're flicking through a magazine or a newspaper that you feel drawn to. It could be ideas, snippets of conversations that you've heard, bits of writing. It could be used as a dream diary. Just get adding to it every single day. Get into that habit, because what you're doing is you're creating an anthology of potential material here. And you need never have writer's block ever again. Basic story structure. Think of all those books and TV shows and films and so on and so forth that you really love. Of all the films and books and TV shows and all the world, they all share one thing in common, and that is that they all follow a very specific structure. If you go online, you'll be able to find a tsunami of charts and articles and videos of writers talking about plot structure and story structure. But do be aware though that they can be a little bit overwhelming and confusing if you do overexpose yourself to them, and especially if you're starting out, they can maybe make you feel like they're stripping the enjoyment out of your writing somewhat, so just be aware of that. The good news is that we as human beings tend to have an innate sense of story structure within us anyway. I mean, all you have to do is listen to a group of men and women chatting in the pub, or a group of teenagers having a chat at the bus stop, or even a little kids when they come in and try to tell you all about the latest scandal in their P1 class. You'll find that we have an innate sense of story structure. For the purposes of this video, we're going to do an exercise that follows the most simplistic form of story structure. If you're a wee bit more of an experienced writer, then go ahead and go online and read up on the 7 basic plots. That is those 7 basic plots. Sometimes it's arguably 8 or 9 or even more, depending on who you ask. But just put in Google 7 basic plots and learn what they are and follow one of those if that would suit you better. These are the 7 basic story structure plots that govern every single story on earth, ever and forever and always. For the rest of us, here is the most basic of story structures. Think of your story as having a shape. The most commonly used is that of a pyramid. Freytag's pyramid, to be precise. So let's explore the pyramid. Stage 1, we have the exposition. This is the normal life. This is where the story starts, where we introduce our main characters and where the story is set. At this point, all is normal in the life of your characters. And then, bang! Some inciting incident happens. That's your inciting incident stage. Something happens that kicks the story off and introduces the main problem for the main character, aka the protagonist. Stage 3 in a story is the rise in action. This is when the protagonist comes up against the problem that the inciting incident has brought into their life and tries a few times to solve the problem, and the tension rises each time. Point 4. The climax. The climax is the most WTF moment in the story, the most exciting bit, the turning point, the point that will make anyone watching or listening to the story go, no way. The big showdown between the protagonist and the antagonist. Point 5 is the fall in action. This is when a couple of happenings occur that help decide how the story is going to turn out. For example, the protagonist's main ally who we all thought was dead suddenly turns up, or a secondary character finds the missing part of the crystal, the deeds to the land turn up, so on and so forth. Point number 6 in a story is the resolution. That is, the conflict is resolved. Somebody wins, somebody loses. And the final part in a story is the denouement. That is the tying up of loose ends and a glimpse of how life will be after the conflict, the new normal, because of course nothing can ever go back to the way normal was at the start of the story. And now we're on to our first writing prompt. Yay! So for your first writing prompt, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Now, try not to cheat. 2 minutes is all you have, so beware. Realistically, how far can you get in 2 minutes? I mean, can you make it all the way to the west wing of your house? If you can, okay, you do that. I'm giving you 2 minutes to collect 3 random objects from around your house. Just grab 3, any 3. In fact, ideally, if you've got someone else in the house who could do this for you, get them to do it. because then you're definitely sure that you're not going to be picking things that are easy to join together. And then when you have your 3 objects, I want you to fit those 3 objects into a short story. A short story that follows the very basic structure of Freytag's pyramid and is no less than 300 words in length. Try to complete this prompt in 1 week. Good luck. And I'll leave yous with that for just now. Thank you all very much for joining me here at the video 1 of the Open Creative Writing course. Good luck with your writing.